I've been instructed I should do this every video. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about perception. As many of you have probably seen lately, there's been a picture of a dress floating around, and there's been a lot of debate on whether it's black and blue or white and gold. And there's a lot of theories floating around. There's one that says it has to do with the way your brain makes connections with colors and the bias that it has towards certain colors based on past experiences and stuff like that, which is different for everyone. It's actually a really neat video. Here's a link to it if you want to check it out somewhere on the screen. Maybe just the entire screen. I don't know. I have also read that it has to do with how the cones in your eyes, how they function. So if your cones are higher functioning, it does. Actually, hold on. Let me get my thing and I'll read it to you. Okay, so here's what a friend sent me. I don't know where the source is, but if you see blue and black, your retina cones are more highly functioning, and this results in your eyes doing subtractive mixing. If you see white and gold, your eyes don't work as well in dim light, so the retina rods see white. This makes them less sensitive, causing additive mixing. I don't know which one it is, but I'm not here to talk about that anyway. It's all about perception, and that's what I want to talk about because it brings up a really good point. Who's to say that we don't see the same color? Okay, that didn't make sense. What I'm trying to say is, if the Discovery video talks a lot about this kind of too. Who is to say that the colors that we see are the same colors that everyone else sees? Such as, should have thought about this first. Such as this paper. It's a light blue, teal, baby blue color. I don't know, whatever. Shades. Anyway, it's a light blue color. I'm pretty sure most people, God, at least I hope so, I don't want to start another debate, would agree with this. Light blue. We think we're seeing the same, but to us, how do we know that the color I see is light blue, the color you see is light blue, isn't the same, or isn't different, I guess I should say. Yet, I'm confusing myself. Rewind. The fact that I see light blue, the fact that you see light blue, we both agree this is light blue. Good, we're past that. Whatever, it's light blue. But what I'm saying is, how do we know that the color I identify as light blue and the color that you identify as light blue is the same light blue? We don't know. Really gets you thinking, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It does. I bet it does. Ah. But if you really think about it, it almost makes you want to have an existential crisis. How do we know that, like, more stuff in our life isn't, different? How do we really know what we look like? Because we've only ever seen ourselves in mirrors, in photographs, videos. Like, we've never actually seen ourselves in real life. I mean, I guess if you have a twin, it's a bit different, so I think my question just lost validity. No, but think about it. Most people, and you can count twins, I guess, but at the same time, even though they're identical, they still look a little different. Evidenced by these guys. And I don't remember where, and if I was actually competent, I would have found the source again. But I do remember reading or hearing or seeing or something. Scientists believe that if we were to see ourselves, if we were to be someone else and see ourselves in real life, we would not recognize ourselves because we just look different. Ooh, but here's a good question too. Who's also to say that the way that we see someone, like, they look completely different? Say the Starbucks cup is a person. I don't know, or this lady. So this is what I see, and you see what you see, but how do we know what we see is the same thing? I'm just saying, how do we know that? What I'm saying is, there's no way of knowing what our brain interprets as something is the same way someone else's brain interprets it. And if you think about it, it's almost entirely possible that it's not the same. I'm looking at the screen. This is what I look like. To you, I probably look the same, but your brain will interpret certain features differently. I think. And you can apply this rule of perception to almost anything. If you want to get practical, there's always like perception of like the way people talk and oof. That's a whole other debate. Politics, am I right? So a way I thought to think about perception. Probably a bad example, but this is a candle. This is a tennis ball. When I see this, I think candle. When I see this, I think tennis ball. You do too. But there's no way of knowing if, although this is what a candle looks like to me, maybe in your brain, this is a candle. Or that the tennis ball to me, this is a tennis ball to you. Perception boils down to the way our brain interprets things. Whether it be visually, audibly, it's just different for everyone, I think. I'm not a scientist. I didn't do a lot of research. It's just a thought that came to my head and I decided to make a video about it. See you guys. So feel free to make a video response. Does anyone still do those? I don't know. But if they do, feel free to make one and feel free to leave comments on various other things that perception might have to do with or might affect. Affect, not effect. Know the difference. Have a great. I will see you guys next time. Whatever else I decided to rant about for however long this was, and know absolutely nothing about, and then have no real way to back up my information, so I sound like a conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna go.